Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and it is officially fall. Fall means I like to pull out my pumpkin collections and my fall decorations. And I do like pumpkins to decorate the house with, but I like pumpkins that are not real, and that way I don't have to worry about them rotting. So I do have a lovely collection of them. And I like to have some that are homemade. And I do have one that I did embroider, and this was a couple of years ago, and this is from OESD, and every year they put out a new collection. So I do want to make one of their new pumpkins, and this time it is a quilted pumpkin. So if we have an embroidery machine, this is going to be a lot of fun to make. So this is one of the pumpkin designs from a couple of years ago. This one just happens to be lace, but the concept is going to be the same. We are making 6 of these panels with different accessories like the caps and the bottoms and leaves. And then we're going to put them together with these tiny little buttons and holes. This is all done on the embroidery machine. So this year they have come out with this pattern. And I like this because, well, it's quilted. So we have 3 different size pumpkins, and what you cannot see on the picture is there are 3 different patterns. So as you turn them around, you have different patterns. But you can see where they're made that same way, and we have those little buttons and eyelets. So we're going to need some fun products to use to keep these in their shape. What's going to keep that shape is a thing called fiber foam. It is sturdy enough and yet soft enough so it's going to be able to hold its shape. This is going to be a very important thing. If we don't use something like this, the pumpkin will just go flat. They do recommend a product called Stable Stick, and this really is quite handy, and I'll show you how we're going to use this. We are going to need some wash away stabilizers, 1 layer of the aqua mesh, and 1 layer of the Badge Master. And to secure our fabric, we can use this applique, fuse, and fix. We do have some new tools that we're going to be able to use to really make this easier. And of course, if you do have some tape, that would be great. These patterns from OESD are so well written. And then at the very end, we have the template sheets that we are going to be able to print out. The pumpkin is going to take 6 sides. So the quilt pieces, we are needing 2 pieces of pumpkin in order to make that 1 quilt block. So when they're put together, it does make that block. So for this shape, we wanted to go onto our fiber form. So I am going to print this out in reverse. And the first thing I'm going to do is prepare my stable stick. So I'm going to need 6 of these shapes. We do need to fuse them on top of our fiber foam. And that's what's going to give us our shape. And then I'm going to be able to cut it out. So this is ready to go. So when I get to the machine, I'm just going to be able to peel off that paper and stick it into the place that I need. The next piece is going to be my fabric. And that's where the applique, fuse, and fix comes in. What that's going to do is secure this fabric. So you can see how nice it makes that fabric. Now you could cut out the shape, but I prefer to cut it after the basting stitches have gone around. I'm going to make sure my fabric is big enough so that I can stitch around, and then I'm going to keep this together. So this now is 1 section ready to go. I clip it together, and now this sheet is done. I can go to the next one and the next one. Now I'm ready to go to the machine and get everything set up. My first layer is going to be this aqua mesh. And you can see it's a product I use all the time. So that's my first layer. My second layer is this Badge Master. So I'm going to be able to take this right to the machine. The first line we're going to do is the placement line. I'm going to be able to take that fiber foam, take that paper off, and now the sticky side is going to go right down. And it's repositionable if you need to. So I stick that down, and then I'm going to put that fabric that has been secured right over top and secure. You now can cut this out, but I have discovered you can do this little piece first and then cut it all out later. Now I'm going to be able to put that fabric down, so a little bit of tape will come in handy. Now I can trim my pumpkin base and my first piece here. Now place my next applique piece down and stitch. I am now able to do all the machine applique. The first thing it's going to do is this little piece here, and that is going to be part of the stem. Now we do have options of changing the color, but I'm going to do it all in a soft beige. Now that this is all stitched out, I'm going to be able to repeat it, do all of my different quilt blocks, and all of my accessories. Once we take it out of the hoop, we're going to be able to trim off all of that extra stabilizer. So we're going to have a little bit like this, and then we are going to rinse this with warm water and take out all of that stabilizer. It doesn't have to be completely out, just as long as all of the edges are clear. Once we have all of that stabilizer rinsed off, we're going to let that dry, and we're going to let it dry on something that it's not going to stick on. A terry cloth is not the right thing to use. This is going to be sticky, so you do want to use something like a parchment paper, or in my case, I'm going to use my non-stick applique sheets. I'm just going to lay them out so all of the wrong sides are facing up. Now these are partially dry, and I want to use them partially dry. And they dry, they're going to really dry nice in that shape. But the first thing we need to do is open up some little holes. And to do that, there is a beautiful tool that we are going to be able to use. And it is called the Perfect Punch from OESD. It comes already loaded with one tip, and that is the tip that we are going to use. But there's a holder for that tip, and there's 2 other sizes. So it doesn't matter the size of the hole, this is going to fit. Also, we don't need a hammer for this. I'm just going to line it up. And there is my little piece. So I'm going to do that to all of those holes. And in these little spaces, we just need to put a little slit. That little slit is where these ends are going to go. We're going to put it together just like we do buttoning up a shirt. I'm going to be using an alligator clip. So we're going to start with that stem. You can see where these are going to line up. It just needs to go through enough where we can open up that teeth, hold on to that little button. We're going to pull that button into the little hole. So I'm going to put these together, and then you'll see a second row along the bottom that are going to go together. Once that little stem is done, I'm going to pop in the leaf. We have 3 of those little eyes that are going to go in the base. Now we're going to start putting these pieces in. They're going to go in so that those little tabs are facing this area. So they're just going to slide through. So as you do it, be sure that those pieces are going to go together. And these are all going to just fold down as we work on the front side. Now we're going to just attach all of those little holes together until we get to the bottom. I am working with damp fabric, so I am going to be able to shape this. And I do find it's easier when it's damp to pull in those little buttons. I now am going to put on that base. Now that that is all been buttoned together, I am going to be able to shape this. I can shape my little stem, even shape my leaf. I do like just shaping it exactly right, and with it damp, I can still do that. Now, I'm just going to let it dry. When it's fully dry, it really is a firm structure, so I know it is not going to collapse. And each side is just as cute as the other. And the fun thing about these, we can make them any color we want. Different fabric, different pumpkins, so we can have them to match every decor and every room of the house. I'll put some links in the description so you can check them out. And if you are interested in picking something up, there is a discount code for you. Thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a spectacular day. Bye for now.